Don't blink, your boy Yink. Welcome to the video, welcome to the show. Guys are doing well in this 18th of July. Shout out to Lerone. It is the documentary A John Jones versus Daniel Cormier Part 2. And we're watching as we're making this video. I know what you're saying, Inky. You're not focusing on making the video. I never focus on anything, so I don't know why you're complaining. But let's do it either way. Let's do episode 3 of the Revisiting Classic, right? And episode 3, I feel like doing something special. I feel like giving you guys a gift. So we're gonna do 2 classic, right? For one, we're gonna go with Frankenstein, which is one, if not one of the most influential, piece of horror in culture. A part of me wants to say that Frankenstein was possibly the first zombie, possibly. And then you look at another one, which is Pinocchio. And then you say, what the fuck are you talking about, Pinocchio? Well, Pinocchio was a fable that was really, really interesting, and for a lot of people was life-changing. Old Walt Disney was actually darker. So when you look at Mermaid, if you look at Little Mermaid, right? Little Mermaid, the dark part was like, well, if she wants to go on, she wants to walk, she wants to go out of the water, right? She wants to explore the world. Her father keeps her in. The reality is, if her father didn't keep her in, people would know that mermaid existed and would they hunt it. Dark part of Disney. So I think the best way to start is looking at whom Frankenstein is and looking at whom Pinocchio is. So for Frankenstein, I don't remember the reason why he does it. He's a mad scientist, which is Dr. Victor Frankenstein, and he decides to recreate. So he takes body part of something, and it's not clear. I think he wants to beat immortality, but I think there's more than that. I just don't remember. It's been so long. Again, that's why we're revisiting the classic and not recapping this classic. Frankenstein is made up of different pieces, and he's a monster. He has emotion. He is actually a success. When you look at the experience, he's a success. The success of being a reincarnated version, right? The fact that it's so cool about Frankenstein is basically the doctor said, hey, if I'm going to put somebody back to life, I'll take the strongest person, I'll take the smartest brain, right? And the reason Frankenstein went kind of crazy was there's a couple of ideas. There's a couple of theories, sorry. The first theory is in constant pain. Second theory, he saw the evil of the world and was like, why did you bring me here? The third was, see, Frankenstein might have had a brain, but it's a question of, ladies and gentlemen, soul. So the body without a soul malfunctioned, right? And I think it's important to see, and this is, you're going to say, okay, well, I understand what you were trying to do. I understand why you're doing these two together. I understand why you're planning things the way you are. There's a method to madness. You guys have to understand there's a method to madness. So, long story short, Pinocchio is whom? Pinocchio is the son of Geppetto. Yes, he's the son because he has a soul. A soul is a living being. You're seeing a fly, it has a soul. You're seeing a crab, it has a soul. You're seeing a larva, there's a soul in there, right? So Pinocchio is the son of Geppetto, and the son of Geppetto is an old man. He's a woodcrafter, right? And he always wanted to have a kid, and he has this Pinocchio kid. Again, why is Pinocchio alive? I don't remember. I know there's something to do with Jiminy Cricket, but it's been too long. So then we have Pinocchio, who desire is to be a real boy. And it's so cool because we got Pinocchio. We got a new game that came out recently, which was Lies of P, right? Which has you deciding if you're more human or a puppet. It's a really good game. I didn't try it yet, but I'm going to try it soon. So why write with them together? Well, they're both creation of a scientist. So one is a scientist, one is a woodcrafter. They're both artisans. They're both was born without a soul, and they have a soul, and it's passionate because it's such a beautiful thing that we have those two extreme. Pinocchio has the innocence of a child, and Frankenstein has this corruption of an adult person, you know. And Pinocchio and Frankenstein were both, again, they were both question are, is Frankenstein a human? Is Pinocchio a human? So, in the Pinocchio movies or in the Pinocchio books, you're seeing Pinocchio being bullied constantly, being constantly bullied, being different, never being called a real boy, right? And there's even a monstro, and the monstro it's super cool. It is super cool, right? So it is phenomenal. By the way, Pinocchio is super important. There was a reference to him and Borderland 3. There's a lot of references to Pinocchio. He's actually very popular. Kingdom Hearts, Pinocchio. So Frankenstein, when the people heard what Victor Frankenstein was doing, they took forks and torch, and they never gave Frankenstein a chance to say, "Hey, I'm a good guy," and they wanted to kill him. So Victor Frankenstein never had a chance to survive. Got chased. This is, to me, it's a narrative to show. It's a narrative to show, hey, he wasn't supposed to live. This is life world balance, right? With Pinocchio, we have monster. We have this bigger than nature whale. We don't know why she's so big, or he's so big. And then you're like, it was a way to rectify the balance by eating Pinocchio. And the coolest way, Frankenstein never was supposed to be. It was supposed to be dead. And the best way, Pinocchio was never supposed to exist. In the belly of his will, he won't exist. And it's a beautiful thing because those two characters are one and the same. When you think about it, they have so many similarities. And it's nice because Pinocchio is, again, I'm going to repeat myself, but he's a good version and Frankenstein is a bad version. But what is the true purpose? What is the absolutely phenomenal is why I chose those two together. They're balanced, right? Pinocchio nice, Frankenstein bad. But given them time, will Frankenstein learn the pleasure, learn the kindness that is part of being human? Because Frankenstein's plan was goal, hope, was to be human. Pinocchio would be corrupted by the fact that people are evil, people are mad. See? We're taking two people at the extreme. And you got it wanting a balance that has to happen. And there you go. That's episode number 3. Know that I love you. Know that you matter, and I'll see you guys soon.